Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. So I was in the process of making a setup for monsoons, and a lot of people have been asking me what is the best way to protect succulents during the monsoon season or during the rains. Now guys, apart from rains, this is also applicable for people growing the succulents outdoor, and if you are a person who tends to receive direct sunlight, you can make a structure like this. And instead of using a plastic, you can use a green shade cloth. I'll probably show you at the end of the video. You'll get a fair idea. So over here, the best thing is this is a DIY. I have taken this wood from a broken door. So these are the wooden sticks. I didn't have to pay any money for it. The containers that I used are the hotel containers. And the most important thing, this is the sand. Remember the grey sand that I usually tend to filter it out and I collect that fine sand. That is coming in use for making the base. So the only thing for this entire project, the only thing that I had to pay money was for the grey cement, which is very nominal or very minimal compared to what we are making. It hardly costs anything. So another important thing that I wanted to share, now accidentally I happened to keep it in a place. I thought there is shade, but I didn't realize that it receives morning direct sunlight. So you can see that this happened to cure very fast. Now because it cured very fast, it happened to get cracks, which is okay. The structure is still very strong. I don't have to be worried. Probably I'll put another layer of cement over it. This is the reason why I say whenever you are making pots, concrete pots, always keep it in shade. If the direct sunlight falls onto it and if the concrete tends to cure faster, this is how it will develop cracks. So this is something that I wanted to share. So now what I'll do is I will make another pillar because I've made 4. I need to make probably another 4 or maybe another 2. In this video, I'll show you how I'm going to make one of it. And I will also show you how the final structure is going to look like. It is just going to be an example. Once the entire setup has been done, I will definitely share the video. It's going to take some time, but this is something that I wanted to share with you before it's made, so that even you can get a fair idea of how to make this. So for a lot of people who are struggling, because the reason why I'm setting this up is because last time I had put the plastic on the succulents. Ideally the plastic should not touch the succulent leaves, otherwise the succulent leaves will get burnt. I lost quite a few of my succulents last year because the plastic came in direct contact with the succulent leaves and the leaves happened to get burnt. So the plastic has to be a little bit higher than the succulents. The plastic should not come in contact with the leaves, otherwise that will damage the leaves. Now you might be wondering why the structure is so small, because I live on the terrace and the terrace has a lot of strong wind. A little bit higher structure will drop it off. So I've made a very small little structure so that this does not move around. Now these are the 4 pillars. There is also going to be a stick in the middle as well. That is not going to be with concrete. You will get a fair idea once everything is completed. Right now I'll just show you how I'm going to make this pillar. So I've already made the mix. This is 2 parts of the fine sand, that we had from when we filtered the grey construction sand. I had collected the fine sand, so I used 2 parts of it, and rest of it is the grey cement, grey Portland cement. I would advise to use the grey cement because that is much more stronger compared to the white cement. And now we will just pour it into it in this container. And once it's completely poured, we will just take the stick and push it into it. Actually this time this mix became a little watery, but that's absolutely okay. So and we'll just tap it. I think that's good. So now the stick is going to be anchored inside. So that's it. You can see, pretty simple. We have made one of the pillar. So we already have 5 of them. I will have to make another, depending, because the plastic is going to be quite big. So we'll have to check accordingly and make the pillars. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to be placing the plastic sheet on it. This is not going to be the final plastic sheet, because the final plastic sheet has been wrapped and kept in the storeroom. I will have to take it out later when I will make the final setup. Probably it might take another couple of weeks, because I still have to make few more pillars, and only then I'm going to set the plastic on it. So when I will unwrap that plastic and put it on this, and when the final setup is done, I will definitely share it with you guys. But right now I just want to give you a fair idea of how the structure is going to look like. So sorry guys, I ran out of battery, so this is another phone. So this is how the final setup is going to look like. And then there is going to be a stick in the center, which is going to support the plastic again, because if it is going to rain, the rain can get very heavy and the plastic might happen to bend like this. So we'll have to use another stick in between, so that it can hold the plastic a little higher. I will also increase the height of the ones at the back, so that the plastic can have this sloping effect, so that the water does not stay on the plastic. Otherwise it will start to bend in between and then it might collapse. So as I said, once it's finally completed, I will definitely make a video and show you everything in detail. This is just a example. Again, once the monsoon season starts, we will get a fair idea whether this structure has been successful or not. But it pretty much looks like it will be successful, and the succulents are going to be beneath. The plastic is not going to come in contact with the leaves. So that is going to be a wonderful thing. So we will see. Now this is going to take probably another couple of days for it to dry. The monsoons are still far away. Probably couple of weeks or maybe a month or so, and then it's going to start. And once it starts to rain, it's very difficult to create anything like this, because there is not going to be much sun at all. Things are going to take a very long time to dry. That's why I wanted to make these base well in advance, so that once it starts to rain, I don't have to be worried. Right now we do have a good amount of sun, so the curing process and the drying process is much faster. But during the monsoon season, the same concrete is going to take a very, very long time to dry. So I wanted to finish this well in advance, because a lot of times we wait for the last minute, and in the last minute, everything gets messed up. The wind is crazy. I won't be able to set up anything during the monsoon season. So I want to do this well in advance. Now guys, as I said, this is for monsoon season. You can keep this on your succulents throughout the year. Especially if you are a person who tends to receive afternoon sunlight and you cannot create a permanent setup. So you can use this setup, and instead of this plastic sheet, you can use a green shade cloth over it, and you can place your succulents beneath it. So this is also going to work out really well. Okay, luckily guys, I did have a spare green shade cloth. So you can do something like this, and you can keep your succulents beneath, keeping the green shade cloth on like this. So in this way you can protect your succulents from direct afternoon sunlight, and it is going to work out really well. Probably you'll have to tie the ends so that the green net does not fly off, but because again green net also shouldn't come in contact with the succulent leaves, because the green net at times gets heated, especially during the afternoons. The green net, because it's made out of plastic, can get slightly heated, and if that comes in contact with your succulent leaves, the leaves can get damaged or burnt or even bruised. So the best thing is keep it a little bit above the succulents, so that they do not come in contact. So I think this kind of a structure will work out really well in order to protect your succulents either from direct sunlight, direct afternoon sunlight, or from the rain. So this is kind of a structure. So this is something that can help you out. So guys, as I said, this was just a small little example. I'm still working on it. Once it's finally completed, I will definitely share the video with you. And I'm going to show you, I'll give you the picture of where I'm planning to put this up, because the succulents are against the wall and they are in a lane. So this is how it looks like. So these are the succulents that are going to be protected under the structure that I'm currently making. So you can see, according to this according to this arrangement, I have made those beams out of concrete and wood. So they are going to be kept respectively. Again, I'll have to check what is the distance that I have to keep them. And once the entire thing is set up, I will definitely share the video with you. So all of these succulents are going to be under the plastic sheet because during the monsoons it's going to be very tough. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.